Hi there, welcome to the Obachanchatter. And I am so late with this review for Married to Medicine. I'm actually late with a couple of my reviews. I had watched Married to Medicine, I don't know how many times. I think I watched it 3 times, probably tried to listen to it 4 times, just turn on TV. But anyway, before I do this recap for all the family people that's listening and the people in the bushes, if you don't know, I live in Tennessee, and I just wanted to say real quick, my daughter loves the internet and she likes to watch a lot of TikTok. So she had informed me that in Nashville, I live maybe 45-minute drive from Nashville. And when I first moved to Tennessee, I used to hang out there a lot, like partying and shit, but I don't go there no more. Because I'm older now, so I don't do that. But it has been reported from the hospitals in Nashville, there's been a lot of date rape or just rapes in general. So if it's any women, most of the clubs that I'm talking about, or the places where this is happening, is on Broadway, and that's like the Vegas Strip a little bit. It's all the honky tonk clubs and the restaurants and it's like the strip a little essentially is Broadway. So spring is here or around the corner, and it was just spring break. So I'm just saying for all the ladies that come through here, or men too, men get raped. Fuck it. Just be careful, and I'm talking about be careful. These nurses, these RNs that work in the emergency rooms here are saying that it's not anything being done for the month of February. There were for the whole month there were 40 reported rapes. 40. That's a lot. So also I'm not sure of this. I probably should have checked it before I got on here, but they said that Nashville has defunded their police. So Nashville is really growing. It's growing really really fast, and just be dangerous. Be wary. Don't if you so you're in the club bar, don't leave your drink. Don't have nobody that you don't know watch it. Watch the bartenders too, okay? Because you can see sex trafficking shit goes around you know, in the world, and we find out you think it's just one person, it's the whole ring of motherfuckers. So just be careful. So anyway, listen, I didn't mean to scare you, but just be vigilant. A lot of shit going on in the world. So anyway, we start. This is episode season 10, episode 15. This is called the tough choices or choices to make something. I'll have it correct in the title. Toy talks trash to Ashton talking about he leaving his weave. I was like, she's so embarrassing. I guess it is true that you forget that the cameras are there. Cause I was like, he probably don't want nobody to know he got. Boys don't want people to know they got weave in the hell. Shit, maybe these days they don't care. So anyway, Sweet Tea at home with G, and she asking him if he likes some tea because she's making some for herself. And we got Evelyn and Damien are at the house looking at their daughter credit card bills, and she bullshitting with it. If it's supposed to be from emergencies, she got a nail place and Uber Eats, all types of shit. So they call her, her mother called her, he called her, and she said, girl, let me just say, girl, I can't talk right now, baby. Bye. Bye, baby. Or something, bye bye. And hang up on her. And then Heavenly look at her husband and say, she hung up. Man, I call that bitch back so fast. Or she won't, next time she use that card, she'll know because that motherfucker won't go through. So, Simone is bringing a dry ass salad to Jackie's office because that's how they like to eat. I don't know if it's lunch or dinner, but Jackie asked her, do she send out congratulation cards to her patients who had babies? And she said, girl, I tell them in person. So meaning when she delivers the baby, they get their congratulations right then and there. So Jackie tells Simone, Phaedra finally gave me the money, girl. $40,678, I think 7 cents. So they got the $100,000 for the charity. They got that 100%, and they done with it. So she got the money, and I was like, Why is Phaedra had to give all y'all that money, even with the 40,000, with y'all divided up? It wouldn't have been that much for y'all to pay. You know what I'm saying? That was your charity, and you ain't do shit. And the only reason why you did it is because you took so much flack for that bullshit you said about black women during pregnancy. So you ain't. I don't like Jackie with them fucking Harry Potter. What's that shit? Wicked glasses on. And you look like a witch with the motherfuckers on too. I'm just want to tell you. Just don't like Jackie. So Jackie proceeds to tell Simone how she was taken aback. Although she got the money from Frederick said she doesn't want to be around. She's not going to be coming around. And she said, I'm taken aback by that. And she said to her inviting Polo coming to the retreat with them, whatever, was just too much. And then so Simone gonna say, well, why she invited him to New York last year? Cause she can't do what the fuck she want to. And then the explanation that she gave y'all on the stage at the reunion was she invited Paulo because all y'all know the motherfuckers was asking about how he was doing. Phaedra really didn't have no goddamn storyline, and we all wanted to know what the fuck Apollo was doing. So that's why we invited her, and I think she wanted to make sure her ass had somewhere to go. So anyway, she was like, but I explained to her, and I asked the Hill Jackie, and I asked the right questions. Well, didn't you know? Well, the response that whether she knew or not, and that's what I'm saying. They show us something on the show, and then we see some shit behind the scenes. So anyway, on the show, we hear Phaedra say, response to Heavenly asking her, can Apollo come? Now, notice she only asked about Apollo. She ain't asked about Apollo and the wife, which was curious to me because you know the motherfucker is married. So when you ask Heavenly, why did you just ask Apollo? Then second, why the fuck is you taking Damien lunch at his office? And why is Apollo there? Okay, that's another thing. So anyway, all this shit sounds some bullshit setup. Sound like Heavenly is producing. So anyway, we see Heavenly hot on fire on her channel saying that fuck it, I just tell y'all, Phaedra knows Shaq and she know that Shaq is close to Apollo and that's why she brought his ass to the trip. And once Apollo got wind to it that Shaq was coming on the trip, that's why he brought his wife too. So I was like, who the fuck cared? If Fed would have bought Santa Claus and this Apollo friend, so what? She don't owe this motherfucker no loyalty. She not with him no more. They is fucking divorced and they been divorced about 6, 7 years. So what's the big ass deal? And if Apollo get mad because he see Fedra with some goddamn body, why is that her problem? He get jealous. So he should have behaved himself when he had her. So anyway, they thinking Fedra just refused to take any type of responsibility. So, so Simone said, yeah, because to her, Fedra is part to blame. No, y'all bitches is because the first thing out of all y'all mouths when the question was put to y'all is, would you want to go on vacation with your goddamn spouse, whether you married with somebody or not? Do you want to be somewhere with your goddamn ex? And all of y'all said no. So why that wasn't the first thought to y'all head when y'all was talking about inviting him and asking her can he come and shit, and then why wouldn't she want him to come? I say I don't give a fuck what he do. Cause if I say if I to me as Phaedra, if she said no, I don't want him to come, that means you still hating. Man, fuck you. I don't care nothing about you. I don't give a fuck what you do. But here goes the thing. Why the fuck would y'all invite him? Cause y'all like fucking trouble. All of y'all. And I'm gonna say this too, sidebar fucking Simone and Jackie while you're sitting there talking all that bullshit. Both of y'all got crummy ass marriages. Simone, you treat Cecil like he one of your goddamn sons. Yes, you do. He always walking behind you like a sad, like a little puppy, even though he taller than you, with his head down. And you say something, he do this stupid like every now and then, but it's not often that motherfucker might say something that makes some sense. And even his conversation is geared to the shit that you interested in, which is doing nothing except talking about the group. And then when you ain't talking about the group, you putting down Cecil and your sons. You know what? You a shitty ass mama. I don't care if nobody say you got grown ass boys that sit around there in that filth. I got two boys too. I got one that's 37 and I got one that's 25, and there's no way. And they live on their own, and there's no way their house. No, my oldest one, he can't he to help take care of me because it's the house and shit. But my one that's 25 who got his own place, he mop, he sweep his bathroom. He ain't got no piss. Ain't no whole bunch of shit laying on his house, and you better know you ain't getting nothing. Yet y'all paid $329,000 a month. I mean, $329,000 for a townhouse. So in Atlanta, I'm assuming the neighborhood that they live in is a nice neighborhood. It's a nice ass house, and they got it brand new, and they got that bitch funky. And you sitting around tallying up another bill that they ain't gonna pay. They ain't pay that first one you left over there for like almost $500, and they ain't gonna give you. And you thinking the mortgage is $2,195. You think they gonna give you half of that goddamn money? They ain't gonna give you none of that shit. And then Cecil act like he's scared of them. See, what we're gonna do is y'all send us y'all paycheck stub, and we'll take a percentage of it. It'll be a fair percentage. Why the fuck are you talking to them like you scared of them? They'd pay whatever the fuck they supposed to pay, and they would not come back home with me. When they was home, you was miserable. Your house was nasty. Y'all don't really need no privacy because y'all ain't in that motherfucker doing shit. If y'all and Cecil don't want y'all home because ain't no telling what Cecil doing when he ain't getting no work. It just seemed like, and I guess it is true. The longer you stay in a relationship with somebody, the less the attraction of sex or something is still there. Because these motherfuckers act like they brother and sister. So anyway, and Jackie, you don't got no reason to talk either because that other big giant green giant, Andre the Giant motherfucker you got walking around behind you. Curtis lurking, no happiness there. And I believe both of y'all got other people you just like to hide them. So what Simone do is to keep from concentrating on her married to medicine. She fucks with her sons and embarrasses them. Let ladies know how nasty and stank their asses is. And that's what your son's gonna do. You know what your son's gonna do? They're gonna find them some goddamn women who will cook and clean up for them. And what you should have been doing is teaching the motherfuckers how to take care of themselves. I'm not going over to the motherfuckers' houses cleaning. Then you out on the outside of you outside at their townhouse knocking on the door. And the motherfuckers act like they don't hear you knocking. They steady talking. She said, "Don't you hear me knocking?" They was like, "Yeah, but we was talking." Man, entitled, just like what's her name, Heavily and them kids, that little girl. Bitch, you better not hang up on me. No, I tell you, girls, these new kids. So Jackie said she don't know why Federal was with them because maybe she wasn't with the group to really be with the group. I don't know what the fuck that means. But she was over there for some kind of other reason other than to be with the group. You know, she didn't go deep and they went deep. Bitch, get out of here. So anyway, they start talking about how they hear that Greg pressed charges on King, and Simone said, I don't know. I just want to know how would he move forward. They say, how do we move forward so many goddamn times in every episode. They should be so forward. The motherfuckers should be somewhere up in the mountains of Tibet some damn where. Because they're always moving forward. Moving forward don't go no damn where. That shit is racket as hell. So anyway, Simone, they still sitting there gossiping. He's the professional doctors. They still sitting there gossiping, talking about Drake wanted to turn this whole experience into a comedic moment. So he wrote a rap song and and they got it laughing and shit, making fun of him. I was like, this is making fun of him. That man is fucking he dealing I mean he acting like an asshole, but he dealing with hurt, and I don't see why they don't understand that. So she said that if he was trying to be funny, then he has outdone himself or something. And Jackie said she feel like he holding his couch or whatever. So contestant meeting with Heavenly talk about the same bullshit. Why we every time we see each other, we trying to kill each other. And she said, so Heavenly said, yeah, I did some shit, but you did some shit too. So I want you to say that you did some shit, and then I say I did some shit. Then we did some shit together, and then we can call it even. So she like, Man. So before contestants say what the fuck she did, she like, what me fucking around? What I do to you? What that look like? Tell me what that look like. So she said we both said something. She said, what did I say? I said that if you're gonna keep talking about your husband like that and you're gonna stay married to him, shut the fuck up because you need to stop doing that. So she said, well, that's the way I deal with my pain or how I talk shit through when I'm going through things and I express myself, I feel like I should talk to my friends. So she said, well, listen, we're going to agree to disagree. So she said, cool. So she said, let's get to know each other currently, how we all. So they got up and did this bullshit ass hug or whatever, and they sat back down. So Contessa is telling Heavenly that she in charge of the local diabetes association or she's a spokesperson. So she having this benefit like tomorrow. I'm like, you an associate spokesperson. Them motherfuckers having a medical event, and you just telling her tomorrow or like the next couple of days. That's not no whole bunch of advancement shit. So anyway, she said she want all the doctors to come, this and that. So she said, well, who you inviting? Heavenly said, who you inviting? So this is inviting everybody. I don't think that's a good idea. She said, you don't think it's a good idea. She said, listen, if you can't put your differences in the past to take care of people, then that's crazy to me. She said, I took an oath and my oath come before nonsense. So Heaven was like, well, so Heavenly in her confessional say, see, this bitch ain't never listening. If she get ready to do some shit, why she want to have everybody there to fuck up her medical event? So whatever. So, I mean, Heavenly said she think this shit is irresponsible. So she said, well, you can think what you want to think. I'm inviting everybody. Everybody. So, I don't know what the fuck to think of Lisa. Oh, I'll put down here sidebar. Damn, Lisa Barlow from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City doing a Clorox commercial. This bitch cannot act, but I guess she making the money. So anyway, we got Quad King. She at the house making him a romantic dinner, some nasty looking funky mussels and oysters or something. And she running around the house with a bikini on. So he come over. He fine as hell. Well, he cute and he soft spoken. But he come over and everything. And she's like, I thought we could have dinner by the jacuzzi. Go put on your swimming trunks. And he was like, turn around, let me get a peek of that. Whatever. So anyway, he go upstairs and she meet him out. So they in the pool and they drinking champagne, and this must be hot as a motherfucker. Or they in a hot tub or something, but they stay greasy. I think Quad Wig likes about to slide off. So anyway, it's their date night. And she was like, I want to talk to you. I was talking about. He was like, why do you keep grinning like that at me? What you want to ask me? And she's like, well, I was talking to the girls. And he's like, what girls? She said, okay, I was talking to Heavenly. And Heavenly said, because where are we going? What are we doing? So he's like, what the fuck you want? She's like, I want you to move in with me. He was like, nah. She was like, what? He was like, I'm not moving in here. I'm a king in my own castle. I ain't get rid of my castle to come move in yours and you be the king. No. Like, you need to get off that ego shit. And he says, not an ego shit. It's just a procession of things. He said, but I tell you what I will do. I can sell my shit and then you can buy some shit together. He said, you can keep your shit. You can Airbnb, you can rent it out. You can come over here and take pictures of the motherfucker naked if you want to. But I'm not moving in here with you. We got to do something together. And she said, I worked real hard to get this house. I did a lot of sacrifice. And he was like, yeah, that's cool and shit. And then you see her say, I am not gonna have a man hold a house over my head. And he said, so I think he feels the same way. He said, plus you be doing shit like testing me. Would you make up the bed? Do you take out the trash? She said, I do that because I was in another relationship, and that is what he been saying to you. He been saying he can't really move forward to you because you still fucked up with Dr. G shit. Even though you might not want to be with him, you still got fucking trauma, and you have a cadence that project that shit on me, and I ain't going for it. So anyway, he laughed and he say, So anyway, yeah. So anyway, it's something going on with. So anyway, Latoya and Eugene at the house, and Eugene done tore his damn foot up because, as usual, Toy done did some shit. The kids and her rode around in a golf cart and they didn't charge it, so he had to call a tow truck to tow it, and he wasn't paying attention in the tow bed, laying on top of his foot. So she in the house screaming. I talked to T, and she just don't want to act right. They just don't want to take no accountability. And I tell her, go home, talk to your husband, and see where you went wrong, and he went wrong, and see where everybody went wrong. And what about your foot? Ew, it looked terrible. He said, that's just medicine on my foot. We got to waltz. It's our anniversary. We're going to be in a beautiful event with beautiful clothes and beautiful food and beautiful people. Or change say all that shit, but you know how Toya do. It's going to be glamorous and this and that, and you ain't going to know how to act. So Eugene, that motherfucker don't like Quad. I don't know what Quad did to Toya or what he said, what she said to Eugene, but he don't really have feeling for her. So he said, listen, we wasn't friends with Quad last year, and we didn't even know King. He said, but Greg and Sweet Tea, he said, we is a part of the group. I mean, Sweet Tea ain't, but she come with him, but he been a part of the group. We wasn't even fucking with these other people last year. She said, yeah, I know that's right. So anyway, she started there, we got to dance. So he said, I'm off tomorrow. So I said, she selfish as fuck. This nigga whole foot is toe up. She worrying about where he be able to do the walks. So anyway, we got Quad in confession with King. They just talking about how much they love each other and how they might buy a house. The conversation will continue. So Simone visits the townhouse and she knocked on the door, and I told you her sons don't let her in. And when she finally get in, the house is nasty, ain't been cleaned up since the last time she was there, and they said it looked clean to her. So she said they violated the contract, and I said, girl, they've been violating the contract, so that required me to get a eviction. But Cecil said he don't want them to go home. So Simone started there preaching. I did a lot of things for you guys. I just want you to be grateful. I said, girl, they ungrateful and they spoiled, and you did that shit. So she said, I just want my kids to be like me when I was 26 years old. I paid all my bills, and every now and then my mother would pitch in. And then Cecil said, man, be quiet. I mean, he don't say that to her, but he said, child, her mother used to send her kid package till she was 35 years old. And said, I don't think she bought her own pair of drawers till she was 40. So she started laughing. So her mama did that pandering shit too. So Cecil don't want them there. So she was adding up how much money they need and to send them her W-2s and shit. They ain't gonna send her nothing. So that's when Cecil was saying we just gonna take a little percentage of it. I said, knowing them, they probably take the money and put it in savings for them, then give it to them, dummies. Cause I just do all I can for y'all, and y'all just take advantage of me, and they do. So it's the day of the medical event, and for the so it's a lot of people there. Her shit that she did not put together. So Contessa show up, and she said she brought some information. She got a fucking school poster, but she only got one. Talking about so she can explain diabetes to the people or some shit. I was like, girl, stop. So she said, I mean, it's like one stop medical. They're gonna check your eyes. Somebody gonna check your teeth. It's mental health if you need help with it. I think it's like Department of Human Services is in there too. They got an NFL clinic that's gonna be run by Steve and Mimi, who get on my damn nerves too. So anyway, Damon and Heavenly in the car, and they was like, how good it feel to do something for the community. They needed to shit like this. So Damien think it's dumb the king can't come. And he said it wasn't even no fight or nothing. And that, ain't nobody down with this nigga going to the police filing a report. So, Dan- heavily in the car trying to start gossip. So she told Damon that, yeah, I think Dr. G couldn't stand quiet seeing King together. I think that he was just too jealous. So Damon don't even look over there. He just keep his head down. So anyway, Condessa's there, and she had her event. Everybody started coming. So Quad come in, but she don't have King with her because some type of order or some shit. They don't think they can be around each other. Dr. G and her. So she says, so Quad always got. I mean, so Contessa tried to be funny and say, Quad wearing scrubs. She said, well, um, you know, I mean, I ain't never tried to have no occasion where I wear them. I just want to work in them. So she tried to say something smart about her wearing them. So Quad let us know that she's the restoration and repair. She the health person of restoration and repair and of good read. So Contessa do her speech and she tell them diabetes run through her family, and this one is known as the silent killer. And I wasn't sure if it was or not, so I wanted to make sure this bitch wasn't lying. So I went and looked it up, and it is. It's one of many. I thought the only one that's a silent killer was blood pressure. Damn, it's like 25 of them list. All that shit is silent killing you. So I said on here, I looked it up. Lots of killers. So anyway, while they there, Contessa started talking to Quad, telling her, "Yeah, I choose you, and why we can't choose T too?" She was like, "What? You just at my house crying with T? How would you choose me, girl? I don't know what you doing, but you were supposed to choose me. You wasn't supposed to choose her." So anyway, um, and Heavenly is there talking, hugging Contessa too, saying that it's a good job and this and that. So when Contessa is preaching to Quad about, it's good to have her here, we can choose you and her. And Heavenly said, choose. It would be nice if it wasn't no police paperwork involved or wasn't no charges being pressed. So Contessa turned to Heaven and said, "You always so negative." And then here we go. They're moving forward shit. They ain't moving nowhere. She said, "No, you negative." So anyway, Contessa said, "Well, listen, Sweet Tea and Grave on their way here. So, girl, we got to go. Let's go." So she said, "Yeah, go. Just go." So I think Heavenly was being smart because they were leaving, exiting the building. As they were exiting the building, Heavenly said, "Get you some help, girl." Like, ain't nobody else going to be there to help. So anyway, I don't think we're no more dentists there. So as they leaving, here comes Sweet Tea. And Steve and all of them in there now. Steve is there. And Mimi in her face with well, what are you going to do? What is your contribution going to be to this? Well, what are you going to take accountability for? Sweet Tea was like, "I ain't taking accountability because I tried. And she said she here at the event to support her husband, to help him, to make sure he good. Because if you want to smoke, you can get the smoke, but I hope it won't have to be no smoking because we're inside the church." Some dumb shit. And so she coming in with an attitude already. Like I'm saying, I don't know, maybe Sweet Tea done got so tired of them fucking with her that she already come in on the ready button, which could be. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like how they been trying to paint her. She has reached her limit because although she ain't y'all speed or she ain't y'all kind, y'all ain't doing shit either. Y'all ain't no outstanding dressers. Y'all ain't really no outstanding friends. Y'all a shitty ass group of friends. And I'm just gonna say this to be professional bitches. Yeah, man, no, no. And it's so weird how when we think people in another economic bracket or educational bracket that they some I guess it's people regular people that make them that we make them think that they superior to us, and there ain't nobody they worse than us. I would never fucking go on TV and act like that and embarrass my kids. I wouldn't go on TV because I know how the fuck I act. This is as far as TV as I'm going is YouTube. You hear what I'm saying? So I'm just like, they just be on some real bullshit. So it's disappointing to see them, and it's even worse to see that the men have gotten into it. I'm not that fond of Mr. Gray. I think that shit. If he got a picture for putting his hand on Quad, and Quad got a mugshot for putting her hands on him, them motherfuckers in there fighting one another. And he sounded like he was a fighter, and he sounded like he will fight Sweet Tea, but she probably get him a run for his money because he was talking to her the episode before last up in that room, and he was like, "You asking for it?" You know what I'm saying? That's a abuse. He got a abusive talk, like a gaslight shit. Like He done got fucking mad and got it from the table because something she said. She can't make you do that shit. That's all on you. So anyway, I'm very disappointed in this episode. They need to just quit it. They don't like Quad. When Simone was like, "Oh, cause we need you in the group," you don't even like her. Simone is a jealous, fucking hating, horse mouth bitch. And that's all I'm gonna say. You can call me a bitch too. I'm used to it. But they too grown for this shit. And I'm gonna tell you what I really think Simone problem is. Simone is unhappy in her marriage. When bitches act like that, they're unhappy in their relationships. That's all I'm gonna say. So listen, all these sneak peeks been being released of what's going on at the reunion. Simone and Simone and Quad was up in each other's face, and they saying that this beef that Simone is carrying, I don't know why, but they saying it came from when Sister Circle, when Quad was a host on Sister Circle, and she had all the girls come on her platform, everybody except Simone. So the show is off. But she said she was only doing it. She only invited the women that she was really rocking with, and I don't think her and Simone was rocking. So you can hold some shit in your heart against somebody for some shit. Just like I think Damon, he used to be cool as a motherfucker, right? But he's sounding crazy now, and I'm gonna tell you that the reason why I think that he is mad at Dr. G is because when he asked Dr. G, "Do you think I'm a cheater?" and Dr. G said, I don't know you like that." That shit pissed the fuck out of Damon. He said, "You do know me." He's like, "Dude, I don't know you to know if you cheating or not." And I'm gonna tell you, he answered correctly. Cause shit, when my husband was cheating on me with my ex-husband, fuck it, I ain't know. You thought I knew the fuck. So anyway, nobody know what you do. I saw him every day. He got in the bed with me every day. He went to work. We did shit on the weekend like a family. How the fuck where he fit her in at? So I'm saying he wasn't with you like that. So why you get mad at his answer if he say he don't know, he don't know, or maybe his ass do know something. He just ain't want to say. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for the last 33 minutes. And I'm glad that 32 minutes and 33 seconds. And I'm glad that you were. And I'll be back with the rest of my recap. See you later. Bye now. Oh, and I wanted to say this too. Their reunion looks trash. And Sweet Tea, please stop dressing the old. Trees, please stop letting them old ladies influence how you dress. Bye.